Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. The big story tonight continues to be the inspiring activism of children. Today, students all over Florida walked out of their classrooms and were joined by kids in Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, Arizona, Iowa, and a huge group of students from Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. who descended on our nation's capital. Yes. Gotta give it up. Gotta do that. The adults just don't get it, so the kids got woke. Need proof adults don't get it? Remember how awkward it was when I just said got woke? There it is. Meanwhile, the kids from Parkland held a massive rally on the steps of the Florida state capitol. Their demands are simple.
Never again should students have to protest for their lives. Never again should an innocent life be taken while trying to gain an education.
We are coming after you. We are coming after every single one of you and demanding that you take action, demanding that you make a change.
What we must do now is enact change, because that is what we do to things that fail. We change them.
I'm not here for a fight. I'm not here to argue with you. I just want to speak. I just want to see your face and know why.
People are talking about how we aren't serious because we're children, but have you heard my friends talk? We're serious.
I will fight every single day, and I know everyone else here will fight for the rest of their lives to see sensible gun laws in this country, and so that kids don't have to fear going back to school.
But I'm sorry, I didn't catch all of that. I was reading on Twitter about how all millennials are lazy and entitled. Now, this comes, I wish I could have heard that. This comes on the heels of last night when, with Parkland students watching from the gallery, state House members voted down a motion to debate an existing bill that would ban assault weapons and large-capacity ammunition magazines. So what legislation did they focus on instead? A bill that declares porn dangerous. What do you have against teenagers? First, you won't do anything about guns. Now you're taking away their porn. What are you doing in there? You better be loading a gun, young man. Kids today. It's hard not to be inspired by these kids, but some people have managed to do it. Like former Georgia Congressman and greasy bag full of cash, Jack Kingston. Kingston appeared on CNN yesterday to call out these traumatized students and call them frauds.
Do we really think that, and I say this sincerely, do we really think 17-year-olds on their own are going to plan a nationwide rally? Jack. I would say to you very plainly that organized groups that are out there, like George Soros, are always ready to take the charge, and it's kind of like instant rally, instant protest.
Yeah. Jack, teenagers are pretty good at planning big gatherings by themselves. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, didn't you ever go to a party in high school? Oh, never mind. I withdraw the question. There weren't any at your high school. Everyone stayed in and studied, Jack. And Kingston's not alone. Many online are accusing the Parkland survivors of being so-called crisis actors who travel to the sites of shootings to instigate fury against guns. That's right. We're all being taken in by the dazzling theatrical performances of high school actors. We've all been duped before. I guess you could say this truly is our town. That is wrong on a lot of levels. Not just because it diminishes the tragedy of what these kids experience, but it also gives theater majors false hope that someday they'll get jobs. I speak from experience here. Improv's where the big money is. And here's Parkland student Cameron Caskey on the question of whether he's a paid crisis actor.
If you had seen me in our school's production of Fiddler on the Roof, you would know that nobody would pay me to act for anything.
Maybe not, but in the spirit of Fiddler, these kids are finding out that obeying the NRA is a Republican tradition. Tradition. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'd listen if you were a rich man. And it wasn't just internet crazies attacking these kids online. They were joined by Trump's son and man telling the bouncer to check the list again, Donald Trump Jr., who liked tweets attacking a Florida massacre survivor. Well, you know what they say, the douche doesn't fall far from the bag. Meanwhile, DJ TJ is in India this week to tout new Trump-branded apartments near Delhi, and the country has welcomed him with full-page glossy newspaper ads trumpeting Trump's arrival that say things like, "Trump is here, are you invited?" It's kind of exciting, although the ad really should say, "Trump is here, are you invited?" No, not that Trump, the other one. No, not Ivanka either, she had a thing. It's Don Jr., the one who's always wet for some reason. These... got a lot of fans here tonight. The Trumps have a lot of fans. These invites do not come cheap. The Trump Organization offered home buyers the opportunity to pay about $38,000 to join Mr. Donald Trump Jr. for a conversation and dinner. Yes, it's a big opportunity. Usually to meet Trump Jr., you have to be Russian. And And these people are going to get their money's worth. Check out this interview he gave to Indian television yesterday.
I think there is something about the spirit of the Indian people that's unique here to other parts of the emerging world. You go through a town and and I don't mean to be glib about it, but you can see the poorest of the poor. And there's still a smile on a face.
Yes, I mean, there's nothing worse than a depressing poor. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Would it have killed those Dust Bowl Okies to grin a little?